FCT stand. I'm Michael Adekle, the anchor of the program. It is the 13th of November 2025, and we are reaching you live from Lagos, Nigeria, specifically Urban News 10. Of course, you know how we do it, how we run the program. You know what the program is all about. It is a channel where the opinions of people matter. Yeah, the views, the opinions of people, their takes on issues bothering the nation or the minds of Nigerians, matter. Yeah. All right. I welcome all esteemed viewers to the program this morning, and please drop your comments in the comment section regarding what we'll be discussing this beautiful Thursday morning. Gentleman Mike is here, and I say good morning to you, Gentle. How are you doing? Thank you so much for joining me this morning, Gentle. How are you doing, sir?
Very well, thank you. Good morning, Adekule Michael. Greetings to all our esteemed viewers across the world. We appreciate your continued support on this platform. Thanks for joining us.
All right, thank you so much, Gentleman Michael. The federal government of Nigeria has ordered probe into the face-off between the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike and the Naval officer. Yeah, it's ongoing now, and let's see the outcome of this probe by the federal government of Nigeria. Currently, ex-generals Fume, fuming over Wike's confrontation at Abuja. In Abuja. That was on Tuesday, and this morning Nigerians are still reacting to this issue. You can see the issue still going on internet. Yeah, there was opinions on this issue. I don't know what Olajide will be saying, because even before we commence the program, Olajide has been talking too. I don't know your own opinion about the face-off between Nyesom Wike and the naval officer. But I'm still coming back. I'm still coming to you, Olajide. You are not yesterday. It was a tough one at the stand. I understand. It was a tough one. Like I said, ex-generals are reacting to this issue. Even the defense minister have spoken. What did he say? He said, so far, any military personnel is on a lawful duty. The defense minister, he said he will support such military personnel. So far, they are on lawful duty. They will be supported. All right, let's see how this drama will end, and let's see if Wike will get out of this mess. People don't really like Wike like that. People don't really like him. But okay, let's quickly, before moving to the comment section, let's see what the Punch newspaper is saying this morning. Wike Naval officer clash. Wike Naval officer clash. Generals, that's ex-generals Fume as federal government orders probe. FCT Minister Yerima face-off sparks concerns over civilian military relations. FCT Minister, that's Nyesom Wike, Yerima face-off sparks concern over civilian military relations. On top of the paper, on page 22, National Assembly approves Tinubu's 1.15 trillion naira domestic loan. I thought President Bola Ahmed Tinubu at some point said he's done with borrowing of loans, but we have it here. The president seek loan, and the National Assembly has approved it. Is it everything the president demands from the National Assembly? The National Assembly will grant. We shall be looking at it this morning. They must stamp it, right? Okay, rubber stamp. All right. Rubber stamp the National Assembly. That's what one of our analysts said. All right. Reps probe 20 trillion naira abandoned federal properties. This is on page 12 of the Punch. My critics now praise me, says former President Olusegun Obasanjo. On yesterday, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was charging editors, telling them to be fair, truthful in government criticism. Or is it be fair in criticizing Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration? This also goes to you. All right, is there? I'm not the one saying it. Tinubu has told you to be fair to him. Please be fair to my administration. I'm not telling you not to criticize, but criticize constructively. All right, objectively. Yeah, that's it. Mentally. Don't finish us. Don't criticize us destructively. All right. I need to move down to the comment section. I'm sure some viewers are there and they are saying hi to us this morning. Let me see if I can have access to my phone. Okay. All right. Emmanuel Oguji is here. I've not. I didn't see him yesterday. I've not seen him for some time. No, Emmanuel Oguji. How have you been, sir? Good morning. You're welcome to the program. I have James Manu with us at the stand this morning. Say good morning. Ebona Kingsley, good morning to you. Joseph, I know is also here. We appreciate your presence, Joseph. Charles, how have you been, Mr. Charles? Good morning to you. Tanimola Joseph, who knows tomorrow, is also here. Thank you for joining us and he's saying good morning from Nigeria. I'm not the UK, so they stand. Oh, I'm not the UK or from UK. Okay, I'm not the UK. So, okay, I understand. I came around to see you guys yesterday, but it was late. I only saw Oluwa. Oh, he was there yesterday. Kadimola. Wow. That was great. Thank you for checking us at the stand yesterday. We appreciate you. One of our viewers was there yesterday. Wow. Kadimola Joseph. Let you say hi to him.
Mr. Samuel, I'm saying good morning to you, sir. I learned you are now in Nigeria. Unfortunately, you didn't meet us yesterday when you came. But we are always here between hours, the morning hours.
From 7 to
9:30, 10.
Yeah.
But anytime later than that, sorry, we won't be able to meet us. We thank you for at least having been here to show your solidarity with us. You want to share a present with us physically. May God bless you for doing so. You can see, before you go back, I can see, try one of these days before you go back and come. Within the hours I've just said, you'll meet us right here on the channel during the discussion. Yes, I'm saying good morning to all our global viewers all over the world. Those who have blessed us. Mrs. Tina, I'm saying good morning to you, ma. May God bless you continuously, consistently. May God continue to bless you. And all the people that are blessing us on this TV channel, may God bless you. And the channel itself that is going to be using as a platform to bless us, may God bless the channel. And the anchor man himself, Mr. Michael, the blessing I've been pronouncing in my own personal process to all these people is for to use you physically as well. So I'm very grateful to all of you. May God bless you. I'm Mr. Ojolajide. You're most welcome this morning.
Good morning to you. You're welcome once again.
Good morning, Mr. Michael, and I say good morning to our viewers across the globe. Thank you for always being there for us, all your support. You do not go in vain. God will reward you in multiple. All of you that have been, nice to us on this platform. May God continue to be with you. Thank you very much. And for Mr. Tanimola Joseph that came here yesterday,
Yes.
we're sorry for that miss. It have been a very fantastic one, but it's happen like that sometimes. Thank you for having us in your mind. May God continue to be with you. Thank you very much.
All right, the issue is still trending. I don't know if Femi would like to react to it this morning. Again, it was a tough one at the stand yesterday before we commenced the program, and after the program, people really dug it out yesterday. And as ex-generals filming and reacting over this issue, we have former Niger Delta militant, a person of Asari Dokubo, also speaking about what transpired between the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike and the Naval officer. OJ was not here yesterday, and I'm sure OJ is aware of the news. I know that you want to react to it this morning. But before giving you the chance to speak this morning, let's quickly look at what Asari Dokubo has said concerning this issue. Some hours back, former Niger Delta militant, the leader, I'm talking about the leader, Asari Dokubo, on Wednesday, condemned the face-off between the Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, that was FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, and some military officers over a disputed land in Abuja. A senior naval officer who claimed to be acting on orders, that's Yerima, of the former chief of naval staff, Awal Gambo, had engaged Wike in a heated argument and prevented him and his officials, from gaining access to the disputed land property. The issue degenerated into a heated argument between Wike and the military officers. Now, reacting, Asari Dokubo said the officer in charge should be reprimanded and court-martialed by the appropriate authorities. Only said he concur. I don't know if you're Olagide concur.
Mr. Mike, see, in every society, every state society, military are subordinate to civilian authority. That's why it is all over the world. America is the biggest military power in the whole world. Their military is subordinate to civilian authority of President Trump, and those Mr. President Trump appoints to help him in the administration of America, in the government of America, as a minister, as a DG, at whatever level the president appoints them to assist him in, by devolving his power to them to handle governance on his behalf. All agencies of government, they are subordinate to authority, they are subordinate to those people in government in charge of those administration, whether you be general or whatsoever name or retire or serving. And I'm talking about the biggest country in the world, America, military might. So who is that person that not be showing big mandate over civilian authority in Nigeria as if you are separate? If Russia and all the bigger powers of the world who have military minds in the whole world, their military, they are subordinate to the civilian authority of the country. Who is that person that be bragging himself to be saying that I'm above the law of the land? Are you an authority on your own? Even the military authority that is still in active service is subordinate to the authority of the civilian authority of the country. Then how much less you that have retired out of service? They are not a civilian, a blood civilian like one of us, like me and you now. Number one, the Yerima that led the naval officers to that place must by now should have been cool enough in detention of naval cell and because martial, yes, he carries unlawful acts. Is in subordination to civilian authority. That's the truth.
Are you aware somebody ordered him to?
Who ordered him?
Somebody authorized him.
Who ordered him? Let's say, okay, he will produce who. By the time
is he to be blamed,
Mr. Mike,
or the person
Mr. Mike
gave him that order?
Mr. Mike, if you carry out an
We
order,
understand that Nyesom Wike was on civil operation. We understand that.
Mr. Mike,
I get him in that boat. Who ordered the guy?
okay, it's not a problem. By the time he's arrested and detained, by the time the naval authority arrest him and detain him, he will make statement now. Who gave him instruction? Then the person who gave instruction will also be summoned. Confirm, do you give instruction to this man to go and do so? Yes, I did. He denied. So the man agreed that yes, I gave instruction. Okay, tell us under what power do you have to do so to give such instruction? Are you above the civil authority of the land? That's the question you will need to answer those. The man who gave me instruction, you need to answer those questions. Are you above the security order? Are you above the security authority of the land? Because you are subordinate to security and to civil authority of the land. So the person who gave you order to will now be asked those questions just to substantiate why so this man should not be taken against you. So the man who went there will let naval officer to be played, and the man who gave me instruction, maybe the chief of naval staff or a superior naval officer, both will now be asking. They'll be answering the question that we put to them. Are you above civil authority of the land or not? Or you above? Tell us now. And then the law will not be appropriately upon them. That's the act of insubordination to the civil authority of the land. And then they will call martial and be told if they find guilty, dismissed or sacked. And then now arraigned in civilian court of law and appropriately tried, if committed, go to jail and serve as deterrent for the order. Mr. Mike, what is applicable in all civilian countries of the world? You must peace it in Nigeria here. You must peace in Nigeria here. No military authority is above civilian authority in Nigeria. They are subordinate to civilian authority of every country. So our must not be different. And I know why these military people are behaving like that, because they are one time in government. They arrogate themselves above the law of the land. That's why you see that brigandage. You see that brigandage action. Can that happen in the US? Can that happen in China? Can that happen even in Britain? Even Ghana here, can that happen? Why see, these military guys must be purged of this mentality that they are above the law of the land. They are not above the law of the land. They are subordinate to the civil authority of the land. Their government is not legal, it's illegal. Every country where you see military government attaining power, they are arresting and trying for out of insubordination for treason for overthrowing legitimate government. They are not legitimate government. No military government is legitimate government in any country of the world. So let them not think that because they are being power for some time, they should continue to arrogate themselves that they are about power, they are about love. They are no. So Yarima should be arrested. Number one, whoever gave him the instruction should also be arrested and let them face parallel trial of the military. And if they are found guilty, let them be dismissed from the naval service. Then they now arrange the civilian court of law and be prosecuted. If they are found guilty, go to naval service, go to serve the jail term.
All right, I'm still coming back. Femi, I know your own opinion yesterday was contrary to what OJ is saying this morning. You know, I'm sure and I believe everybody has right to his own opinion.
Yes.
But whenever Asari Dokubo speaks, people see it as a joke. You know, but this time around, waded into this matter, just like every other Nigerian. Do you think it's defense for Wike or it's defense for on the issue is based on principle or law? He said a young naval officer should be court martialed.
Yes.
That's what he said.
Well, Mr. Michael, if something like this happens,
Is it right to be defending Wike on this issue?
that's where I'm going. If something like this happens, a lot of, things will be factored in, a lot of reason, a lot of reaction. You will see different, diverse of opinion, and from each one of them will become from different angle. When you look at what just happened there, that's why I don't like a situation like this, because only little, I told you yesterday that what Wike did is very, very dangerous. Only that little thing, that little scenario can put the whole nation on fire by trying to use physical appearance, to achieve that kind of a thing instead of going through the normal route. Well, if you look at the way they are dragging this thing now, it has now become something like north versus south. Because when you look at the owner of that land, I think the man is from north. It's a northerner. And the officer that's even concerned is also from north. And when you look at the military power in this country, at least they have bulk of it from north. I've never seen anybody from north try to even look at the other way around, that maybe what that officer did, whether it's good or bad. So I want to pick it from that angle that Asari Dokubo may see that thing as an affront to the south. Let me tell you, since Wike has been appointed to become Minister of Federal Capital Territory, Tinubu has crossed the line. Northerners, they believe that Federal Capital Territory is their heritage. So they don't expect anybody from south here to become minister in that place. Now, after that one has now happened, and Wike that is now minister of, FCT, is somebody that he doesn't know his limits. He doesn't know when he want to do something. He overdo everything. That's my problem with him. And somebody like that, a reckless person like that, can set a nation on fire. That's the truth of the matter. Now, let me talk about the guy. To me, I've not seen any fault in that guy's action. What the guy was also product of corruption that we have seen in this country. Otherwise, why do you need to say that to guide the land? Have we guided, people finish to let alone you now go and bring like 6 or 7 soldiers to guide a particular land? You don't need to say that to guide the land. If we live in a zen country where everybody think right, where everybody want to do something right, you don't need a soldier. So somebody that puts soldier on his land, you know that there is a controversy there, and it's only God now that know whether that land is legitimately acquired or not. Okay, give us the documents that back it up. Well, maybe when they reach court, they'll be able to show us, and the court will be able to justify it that true, you are the true owner of this land. I will never stand here and support anybody to come and think that it's above the law. What? Because they are retired general, they can grab any land, they can collect any land. I will never agree with that one. At the same time, I will still never agree with Wike that approach is right. That approach is not right. All those statements, okay, I don't know why people always talk with sentiment. Looking at your fellow man And before you call that rubbish, you say, hey, you are a fool. When I was in school, Kiniko. Okay, when you are talking like that, Wike, how old are you? When you was before you were born, Nigeria has been in existence. So this story that you are telling this boy, somebody else can also tell you. So why before you got that rubbish, you are a fool. And when I was in school, you are never born. What's the meaning of that? That is story. What happened now is that they put him in that place to do the assignment, and to me, he carry out the assignment. They give him assignment, and politely, he just politely insult Wike. Politely, you are a fool. I'm not fool, sir. Keep short, sir. Excuse me, I cannot keep short. That is that's the simplest way. If it's a guy that is not well refined, he may cause trouble. So, Asari Dokubo that is talking now, I think he picked it from, the angle of maybe not South dichotomy. The man is from Wike is from South.
Is his defense of Wike justified? Asari's defense.
Asari is a content creator, and anytime you feel like you want to do drama, he come out and say whatever he like. But if you feel like everybody has been coming out to defend or to support or to against, but to me, what that guy did, I don't see anything wrong in it. The guy don't just wake up early in the morning. I think that this is where I want to stay. Somebody said, go and stay there, and that is instruction given to him. And everybody know that in military, obey the last order. The instruction of the person, nobody should come on this land. But what I'm saying does not even mean that action is good. But the guy is performing his duty. All of this thing is a product of a corruption. That is the truth of the matter. And it's just a little tip of, sign that Nigeria is not, in the right hand, and it's not in a good position. It's not in a good position.
Yeah, we understand that he acted on orders from former chief of Naval staff, Rambo. Yeah. OJ said the boy should be in jail by now. That's what you said.
I said he should have been arrested.
He should have been arrested.
And you will not produce.
What about the ex-service chief, person that ordered him to be there?
Even
don't you think he needs to be questioned?
Even ex-service chief to me, Naval chief, we know order him. We just relate to the boss.
Yes.
And say, I need some boys to go and stay in that place. So this thing is a very, very complex matter. That you are ex-serving, so that doesn't mean that you will still be ordering. The only thing you can do is you relate with the authority, the current one, then they can listen to you. So when you look at everything up to this moment, Naval, ministry, they have not come out to say anything. They have not uttered a word about this thing, because that guy come from their death. He come from that place. Go. So it's a very, very complex matter that I want Mr. President to come and wade into it and make sure that we see the end of it. And that's why we give Tinubu to establish his authority, whether it's weak or strong. Because with what we saw in that place, it's a mockery. It's a slap. It's a slap on our democracy. Democracy has been threatened in that place. And that's why I will continuously condemn Wike action. There will be a much more mature way to tackle that kind of a situation. Even if you perceive that some people want to use their power pass power now. It's not by your physical, it's not by your physics and physical bully, guy, fool.
According to what some people were saying yesterday, they said that Wike has constitutional authorities, powers over security operations in the FCT, Federal Capital Territory, and he is the chief security of FCT. I don't know if that is true.
Mr. Mike,
does he possess that power? Does he wield more power,
Mr. Mike,
than those security?
Anybody who carries out on subordination to Wike's directive, lawful instruction, is insulting Mr. President directly. Mr. President devolve his power to Wike. Assist me. I devolve part of my presidential power to you.
But is it true that he is the chief security of FCT?
Yes. In the sense that Mr. President has ceded part of,
and he controls all security operations there.
Yes, it's equivalent of head of a state, but no, not a government anyway. You know, Mr. President is the one we gave the mandate. He now see part of the mandate to different people in different offices, in different areas of government. Ask for me, go assist me in carrying social responsibility. So once you disrespect him, disrespecting the Mr. President, Commander in Chief, that's the point. That's what happens. So any minister is like a minister now. It's like a minister. It's a minister now. Every minister in charge of education, health, communication, everything. All the pastors are under them. If you disrespect the minister, you are insulting, you are disrespecting the person who appoints him to delegate his power and responsibility to him. So that chief of army staff, that chief of naval staff, I'm not saying it's one that gave instruction. The chief of naval staff not even know about this. You know, just some officers of Navy that carry out the naval ship know about this. They must be questioned. Who gave instruction? They must be told that look, you are in continual, subjection under civilian authority of the state. They are not above the authority of the state. So whatever you are doing must be subjected to lawful authority of the civilian authority of the state. You're not a law to yourself.
All right, so those are says both Olajide and Asari Dokubo are ignorant in this issue and would not have been better if they don't speak. And would have been better if they don't speak.
That's the opinion now. That's the opinion.
Inamdi says, you say reason I always have issues with Olajide.
I will have issues with Olajide. I'm engaging straight away right here on time. If you engage, I will straight right here on the platform. I'm ready from any time. He knows me. Right now, right here, I will engage him.
Can I continue?
Continue, sir.
All right. He says, Oje always that's
okay. Better I don't hear it.
Say the naval officials should be caught martial. Say for what? So why
would you just doesn't understand
so
the rules of governance? Doesn't understand what the state rule is all about. The hierarchy of authority of the state, Mr. Mike, the authority of the state lies in the elected security, lies in the elected officer of the state. Get my point? And the elected officer of the state, they are the one custodian of the authority of the state. Whoever they appoint to act on their behalf is wielding the power of the Mr. President. Wike is the minister of FCT. Get my point? So everything that has to do with FCT affairs is under Mr. Wike. So you, a municipal, you are not a law to yourself. You are not above the law of the state. You are not above the civil authority of the state. Can that happen in US? Can a municipal, can a general go to an appointment of President Trump and be doing that in US, in China, in Japan, anywhere? Can that happen? I don't know the biggest power in the whole world. I didn't submit to civil authority of the country. So what are they preaching? So because you're a former minister man, you pride yourself above the law of the land. You are bragging. You are supporting yourself over the rest of the people. Where does that brigandage allow in the rule of law? Can that happen in Britain here? Can that happen? Have you ever heard this amazing man going and be acting in subordination to the authority of the civilian authority over the state? The man who led his naval officer there must be arrested by the naval authority in the first place. Under whose authority you go there to act? So the person gave instruction, or the person gave instruction will not be someone as well. They be subject to order room trial when they are now. They will not be told the hierarchy of order of the state. You are not a law unto yourself. You are under subjection of law of the state. The civil authority is the one that has authority over everybody.
Okay, Nonimona says Wike brought embarrassment to the country because the whole world saw it and it is still trending all over. Wike should be a role model and not a bully.
Mr. Mike, whatever must have come out in terms of utterances. Once the situation has happened that you are exchanging words to yourself, anything can come out. So I won't be asked that earlier. When Wike said this, he said that we don't ever know what the guy man said. So when it comes to utterances, whatever you say is for me to react or populate to you. If you use rubbish for me, I'm ready to slam it back at you. So if you don't control your manner of speech, If you think you have monopoly of rough statement talk, then you get overdose. You get overdose that will daze you.
All right, away from that, you heard what the defense minister said yesterday. So far, they are on lawful duty.
Yes.
They will be supported in all ways. Well, this is a case, an issue that federal government has ordered a probe into. Or should a minister of defense, be defending a naval officer when while probe is going on?
That's why
investigation is going on the issue.
That's why I said that a lot of things have been factored into this issue that we are battling with since yesterday. I don't think somebody like the Minister of Defense will come out, rush out like that to comment on a delicate situation like this,
especially when investigation is going on.
Yes, when investigation. So with what he said now, he showed that where he belongs to. If I'm in his school, I will have. Even if I don't keep quiet, if I want to say something, I will say something that will show. That will not show whether I belong to A or I belong to B. With what he said now, he showed that there is a solidarity support, and that's why I'm reading another meaning to it, that it may have become an issue of North versus South, because the Minister of Defense is also from North. And I told you that immediately Wike become Minister of Federal Capital Territory, they have started having issue with him. And that is where Wike himself is supposed to know how to tread softly, so that he will not cause problem for Mr. President. When your boss send you an errand, when your boss send you message, apply diplomacy. Don't cause trouble for your. Everybody know that Nigeria is a fragile country. What happened in that place is a symbol, it's a sign of, the rotten situation Nigeria has found itself, where some people will just kill and nobody will talk. Do you know that we have a Minister of Defense in this country that will just come out to rush out to comment on the if they throw people today in Nigeria, Minister of Defense will not come out to comment. They will not talk. Since when they be killing everybody in this country, Burata has never come out. Immediately this situated, he come out and he started committing rubbish. To tell you that, I told you that what happened in that place. He just give a window for smoke to be coming out about the fire that is burning underneath of Nigeria. He saw that Nigeria is in. We see that on the kind of a gunpowder. That is what is happening.
Wike being targeted by this military man.
What
he's doing in Abuja.
It's one of the age-long mentality that have been sunk into the end of military people. That's what I see as business as now. They feel themselves above. Some days ago, one secret man was beating one driver man here. Slapping, beating those people. I was going to bank. I saw it. People run to rescue him from him. Yes, from him. It's because of this mentality that they have exhibited over the years, that they are above the law. They are special breed of Nigerian. The law is not meant for them. The law is meant for me and you, Mr. Mike.
They have their own law.
Yeah, they know they are above the law. They feel they are above everybody.
Yes, they have their own law.
Is that all that is staying in Netherlands? Is that meeting your Netherlands? Is that what they behave in Netherlands? I'm asking you, is that the behave? Is that what they behave in Netherlands? You are saying because the meeting you are leading. You don't behave like that. So because you are talking as if you only talk out of from sentiments from unrealistic point of view. Those military men in Netherlands, you don't behave like that because you are saying. Do you have seen military men subordinating the civil authority of your country where you are saying? So because military men in Nigeria they have been made to believe that they are above the law, they are above every other place. They answered 2 days ago, they are beating one man here, animal, beating him to support. You have to rescue the man away from him. So that's the arrogance, that's the behind in their heart.
Zengagi says Olajide, yes. Same thing happened to Sanwo-Olu. Go and watch how he handled it and compare it to Wike. Olajide.
Mr. Mike,
remember Magodo issue?
Mr. Mike, what I'm telling you is this.
Do you remember?
See, I'm talking of constitutionality, right of individual, of institutions, where they know the law permit them, the law that is giving them. I'm talking about the law that
he's talking about how he handled the issue. How Sanwo-Olu handled the issue at Magodo.
The issue of Magodo and the issue of Abuja, they are the same issues. somebody is also behaving. No, in the case of Lagos State, it's different case. Lagos does not have power over anything, both security, both anything. We are talking of military men coming and exercising dominion and claiming they have power above the civilian authority of the state. Wike and someone they are not in the same position. Wike is FCT Minister. Wike is not governor. Someone is a governor. Someone does not have power over the institution of security in his state. Wike has as an FCT Minister. So even though, but I'm still saying what I'm saying is that military does not have outright. They don't have a brigandage authority to be showing this in the public. They are subordinate to civilian authority of every country. That's what I'm saying. Every country of the world where do you see their military coming and challenging their civilian authority over their land? Anyhow, I'm overriding the civilian authority of their land. Has it happened? Does it happen in Netherlands where Netherlands is staying? Is that how they behave your country, the way they're staying? This is in your country, the country where you're staying. Do you see them arrogating themselves and challenging the civilian authority of the Netherlands where you're staying? You blame me and tell me that's when you know that they're blaming the country that you're saying there. But you have issues of course you know I'm always ever ready for you anytime, any day. So I'm telling you, so what that Naval authority did is absolutely wrong. They are subordinate to civilian authority of the land. If the Gambo knows that he has issue, it should reach out to FCT Ministry and resolve it. Not my brigandage activity behavior. Carry military men, go to land. That's subordination. That is subordination, Mr. Mike. Act of subordination.
Can I make a little? Let me tell you. Around the world, all these countries we are mentioning, I'm not sure any one of them have experienced military rule. I don't know when America experienced military rule. Netherlands, I don't know when they experienced military rule. So we are talking about Nigeria. Nigeria that has experienced military rule as a country of its own peculiarity, that you can hardly find any country compared to the way we reason, the way we behave. And I mean, our geographical area is even peculiar. See the letter Y. How Oyibo design it. I don't want to call it God now. So when you are in Rome, you behave like a Roman. Wike is in Nigeria, it's not in Netherlands. Netherlands never ruled by military man before. We have been ruled by military man so many times. And you know the problem on ground. You know these people. Okay, immediately this thing happen now. Almost all the retired generals, they have rise up. What do you expect now? You know that we are just coming out of democracy. Our democracy has not matured. If not for God that for stop a coup that wanted to happen now. Let me tell you what happened that day. What is happening now? It's another second story of coup. To me, and who caused it? It is wicked. Because when you don't know how to, make some step, you like rascality, and you don't know that there are some people. You want the rascality, they are rascal. Their rascality is a square one to your own.
How the young naval officers face off with Wike?
You ask me how? How is what you just saw? How? You ask me how? You saw the how now? Don't you see the how? The man saw you the how. Oga, I cannot leave this place. To tell you that, I told you that Nigeria, the rotten situation of this country. The rotten situation of this country is what that guy show you. Now, if I'm in Wike, if somebody that is reasonable, we will not go and cause that trouble. Even if they want to revoke that land without any physical confrontation, they will still do it. Do we need to go back against my back against Ajagunbalẹ̀? So we can not see Ajagunbalẹ̀ and now it's MC. You see, we can become MC now. Now, anyway, maybe it's MC. Because so that is an MC approach. Style. Agberoism. That is Agberoism. So, and you want to do Agberoism in the presence of people that have they are the landlord of Agbero. When you talk about Agberoism, what is your Agbero won't do in the presence of soldier? If Nigeria take over today, can any Agbero stand? When Buhari took over, can anybody stand? I remember about the Ayo success or something. The Ayo success. Nobody. You rot in jail. So if you want to do the thing in a delicate situation, we are just coming out of a cool story, and you still go and cause another trouble for Mr. President. Now we can, sometimes he disappoints. He's a good man. I like him, but sometimes you don't know where to console something. You have to apply custom. With himself, personally, is supposed to know that people don't like me. So he's supposed to know his limitations, how to do things. Now he causes embarrassment for himself.
That's the honest truth. People don't really like Wiki.
Yes, now. And
Especially with what happened to Fubara.
yes, now.
In River State.
People are annoying.
They are
They just accept. They just accept it.
And
It's
the
not that they're
support
happy.
for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
And destroy
The
PDP.
destruction of PDP and all of that.
You see, on
the crisis
so,
there.
with all this one, something don't tell you that. Then I need to be very careful because of what I'm doing. So when you are doing all these things and you still believe you can still be doing gallivanting all around, okay? If proper care is not taken, they can cause trouble for themselves. I'm not support any stupidity.
All right, away from that, let us quickly move down to another one here. Tinubu told editors to please be fair, and criticizing constructive. The question is the APC administration fair, open to fair criticism? Of course, we understand what is going on in the country, the reforms of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the hardships, the land, and all of that. Now, is it right by telling editors to be fair in terms of their criticism of this administration?
Mr. Mike, it's the same way I've been talking. When President Tinubu move back,
You don't spare him.
I don't say, of course, I'm not sentimental, I'm not biased. I'm not an ethnic bigot that just talk from mentality of ethnic and bias in sentiment point of view. Any comment that is not constructive, that's not objective, is a waste of time. If Tinubu moved, tell him, Mr. President, you are wrong here. This is why I constantly told him that this is not to remove subsidy is a good choice. The way he spend the money of subsidy is a fallout of is an error. So what he's saying to the editors is right. Where you see us performing good, tell us so as to encourage to do it better. Where you see us making a mistake, tell us this area you are mistaken alone so I can correct it. Not that when you see, not just give us a blanket condemnation. Then you are not objective, you are not constructive. You are blackmailing. I don't go to not is even against you. It's an offense against you. It's even an offense against the state because if they ask you to pick come and substantiate it, you know to prove that you can end up in jail. But when you are bringing a constructive, objective criticism to the government will know that yes, they will see alternative, they will see the wrong in what they have taken, in what they have done. Like the money he made from subsidy now, he said he gave it to the governor. Is that the way to spend the money? Wrong way. The implement of subsidy is a good decision. Yes, but more money was available. That money should have been spent in other areas of life that touches the life of Nigeria. But instead was giving the money to governor. Governor misused the money. Nigeria is still suffering in the problem we are facing.
So can we even keep quiet on this approval of another 1.5 trillion naira?
Mr. Mike, you see what
Is it possible for Nigerians to keep quiet?
Mr. Mike,
And he's calling for constructive criticism.
Mr. Mike,
He said it should be fair to him. Be fair, please.
We should critically examine that law. We should critically examine that law and tell him where it is wrong. Yes, they don't fear. You don't spare him of the truth as far as the law is concerned. Tell him, Mr. President, I'm not talking to anybody. Let him do that for himself. I have my position. Tell him he think that is for that one is wrong. Let him know. Whatever he think is good, let him know. That's my point is that constructive, objective criticism that will bring solution, alternative to issues. That's what he's doing, and not ethnic or sentimental or biased reason. That no, because of it's something that due to it. No.
Will you be fair to the president on this issue of 1.15 trillion naira domestic?
I don't see any. You see, I'm not an economist, and I don't know who he explained to me that why we still need to borrow money. They say to finance 2025 budget.
I thought he said we are done borrowing.
Thank you. I listened to Mr. President. He said
some months back.
yes. Now I've met my target for 2025. We cannot borrow locally. Even specify it that no. Now they are borrowing locally, domestically, abroadly. In fact, all pay with some borrow us money, and you are requesting for fair. Criticism. Okay, Tinubu himself should ask himself two questions. Is he fair to Nigeria? Is Tinubu administration? Is he fair to Nigeria? Number one, is a system. Has he ever been fair if he's criticizing? If Tinubu will be fair in criticism, Jonathan will have removed subsidies since 2012. But it's not fair. He don't know that there is, problem. If Tinubu will be fair in criticism, criticism, PDP will still remain there. But they are not being fair. When there is problem, they politicize it and they went to America. You see, Jonathan, help us remove him. He's a stupid president. That's how they do it. So Tinubu is now afraid of criticism. He's now saying we should be fair. When they are in opposition, did Lai Mohammed fear to anybody? Was Tinubu fear to people and people in of authority when he was criticized, when he was in opposition? Okay? My own, the only fairness I can give you is when you are doing something that I see that this one is good, I will say it.
Yes.
When you are good, I will say it.
Yes.
When you say, hey, let's do local government autonomy, I say thank God.
Yes.
But you have been politicizing it. There is no concrete evidence that local government have been receiving their money.
So,
You politicize it. You talk of state police. You don't know where it is.
people should not criticize.
And you say, I don't know how to be fair. I'm not.
I mean, be fair to the president. OJ, be fair.
Good morning, Mike Adekule. Good morning, our esteemed viewers globally, and good morning, Nigeria.
Engage the country positively. Be fair to my administration. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on this. What do you have to say?
You see, Mike, I believe what is ever good for the goose is also good for the gander. I remember vividly when this government that we are all currently under were in the opposition. I knew how they fed the entire citizen with graphic details of some part of the economy that Jonathan was not doing right. And now God has already, they have now gotten themselves in power. All those graphic details, they have suddenly taken flight. And where all those graphic details that they were giving us there, they were saying, friend will be gone there. So I listened to them when they were pushing their campaign on TVC and other media platforms. Now suddenly you are saying that people should give you a very good reportage. And I believe that if truth must be told, we know that the journalism profession, already media, as the fourth estate of the realm, they also serve as a bastion in democratic experiments. And a scenario whereby the president is now saying that they should be fair to him. You remember, not quite long ago, Ali Ndume is a member of the All Progressive Congress. He made allusion to some issues, bordering on reckless borrowing. And this was a man that said that he has already met his projection in terms of borrowing money, domestic borrowing. Now we are now into another. You see, everything is something that is not really exciting me as a citizen of this country. How can they just be pushing us everything? Remember, under this watch of this Mr. President, then democracy has taken flight. In the sense that everything, the National Assembly has suddenly become a rubber stamp. Or whatever the executive represents, whatever they do is being rubber stamped by the National Assembly. Is that what the separation of powers entails? In a democratic settings, I believe that the three arms of government should be a check on one another instead of being fused together. And it does not really animate me as a person that all these things that we are being confronted with under this administration is an anathema to what the ethos of democracy stands for.
Just one, Mike. Is the president fair to us by calling for constructive criticism amid this economic hardship? His reforms that have not really yielded any fruitful results as of now?
Definitely, it's not being fair to Nigerians as well. And he's clamoring for fairness from the editors. The editors in chief had a meeting recently where he made that statement that they should be fair in their reporter and all of that. So, as you said, he hasn't been fair as well to Nigerians. He hasn't listened more in terms of his policies, the effect of his policies on Nigerians, the feedback that should be getting to him. He's not really responding positively to those feedbacks. That shows that he's not being fair to Nigerians as well. One of the speakers earlier talked about the subsidy removal and the implication or the aftermath of that removal which has not all go well for most Nigerians. The lives of most Nigerians have not remained the same since subsidy was removed, because it was done without any plan to mitigate the effect. So, to a large extent, Mr. President wasn't fair to Nigerians in some of his policies, even though he might have good intentions, but good intentions are not enough. There is no policy that cannot be looked at again, especially when you see the effect to be negative on Nigerians. I mean, over the years, I have always heard from our leaders that Nigerians should sacrifice, but that is what even before this administration, they come up with this narrative that that there has to be bitter pills that Nigerians must swallow and all of that, and people have always been swallowing these bitter pills from time to time, year in, year out. When are they going to swallow the sweet one? And that has always been my question. I have no problem with sacrificing once in a while and all of that. But at what point will Nigerians begin to smile again and say, okay, we have sacrificed for a while. Now I think things are beginning to gel and all of that take shape, as it were. So when you sacrifice to the point of being the sacrificial offering yourself, then it makes no sense again. As I've always said, when you tighten your belt to the point of your belt touching your intestine, you are on your way out. You don't need anybody to tell you that. So I believe Nigerians are understanding people. They have sacrificed so much, and our leaders must show the same in their lifestyle. The sacrifice that they call for doesn't reflect in their own lifestyle, and that is where I believe they are also getting it wrong. So the editors must do their job. They must report issues the way they are. If there are policies that are in the right direction coming from government, it must be reported. And if there are ones that are detrimental to the people, it must also be said. Maybe fairness is relative here. I don't know the meaning of fairness to Mr. President, but things must be reported the way they are. Things must be said the way they are. As FM said, it was not also fair to opposition, to the ruling class when he was in opposition. I don't know the fairness that he's talking about.
So you shouldn't expect any fairness.
I don't know his definition of fairness this time.
All right, I don't know if you still want to touch this controversial story, the face-off between Nyesom Wike and the naval officer. It's still trending, still ongoing, and as we have it on papers this morning, ex-generals are fuming over that drama that happened in Abuja. Asari Dokubo said, by now, the guy should be serving punishment. Gentlemen, what do you want to say about Asari Dokubo?
As FM said, Asari was doing content.
I know what you
Asari has become a content creator of recent, and he's not being sincere to himself and even to Nigerians. As I've maintained when we treated that issue was yesterday or there about that, for me that guy hasn't done anything wrong. Very professional in his approach, very polite in his response to Nyesom Wike's rantings and all of that. In the face of obvious provocation, that guy didn't lose his cool at any point in time, and I think I want to give it to him very seriously that he acted professionally. Wike is used to all this approach, and that is why people that are close to him, Egbonlere Olayinka should advise Wike. Incidentally, Olayinka was indeed a cameraman at some point, trying to take a shot of what was going on. But seriously speaking, now Egbonlere Olayinka should talk to his boss if he has his ears anyway, that he must learn to calm down. If you remember, Michael, on the 11th of November 2017, while Wike was the governor of Rivers State, Rotimi Amechi was the Minister of Transportation. There was a clash in Rivers State. See, it's not what is happening now is not new. If you look at his antecedent, he's used to this approach. While Amechi was in the state, to check on federal government projects on the airport and all of that. Wike's men blocked the road, practically blocked Amechi's way, and there was even exchange of fire at some point between their security men. And so he is used to this grandstanding approach in addressing matters. Our democracy is cannot still be compared with that of America, as somebody has said earlier. We cannot compare a democracy that came up in 1789 or thereabouts with we have had several military incursions even since 1960 that we got independence. So how can you be compare yourself with about 236 years old democracy? So we shouldn't do that comparison at all. The military are still somehow part of our system, and we must not shy away from that. To a large, I understand it's a democracy. They have submitted their power to Mr. President, and that is why he's the only one that is the commander-in-chief of armed forces. So, I mean, discussing with that guy was a mistake. I think Sanwo-Olu handled his own a bit properly when he had an altercation with a police officer at Magodo, the one you referred to the other time. He was very wise about his approach. After he saw that the guy insisted that I'm acting on others, that you have problem with what I'm doing here, call my boss or something like that. Sanwo-Olu went away to call, and the situation was managed. Not ranting and using all forms of derogatory words on the guy.
Yeah, Vincent, we saw the way the defense minister was praising the guy, for his composure and the manner in which he handled the whole situation. Was there any need for the defense minister to praise the guy? Don't you think this undermines civilian authority?
You see, it's only in this country that you see all manners of animalistic behavior. And my position on this matter is that even though no matter what, be you the military guys, be you the police and other components of our security sector, you are subjected to civil rule. And I believe that what transpired, the only aspect that pissed me off as a person is that the way the situation was handled by somebody who claimed to be a representative of Mr. President in the person of Nyesom Wike. And I want to make allusion to one thing is that even if something of such happened, are there no other ways of addressing that issue instead of just creating some kind of a content? I wonder by now, the Nollywood producer now, they will be smiling now that they have gotten something they are handful to work on in terms of in the film industry. Because what transpired now is already over the social media. I think he has succeeded in creating a sufficient content for Nollywood producers to produce many films. Because this kind of a thing, when you check our PR, as at the time our PR is waning down on the backdrop of all these security challenges and what have you, Wike is also adding sort of issue. Permit me to use that language. You understand? Because instead of laundering it better, he's trying to dent already dented image, and it does not really speak well for this administration. Because you can see the president has remained mute. It's only the personnel of the defense chief and either maybe Buratai who will not support his own youth. You understand? Because these are military guys. And when you check the trajectory of how Nigeria have come to be up to this stage, you cannot expunge the military out of our history. It has always been part and parcel of our history. And how do you now marry it together so that it can be, it can cohere and give us what a state supposed to look like. At times when I look at all this animation as being played out by Wike and Yerima, Lieutenant Yerima, it goes to show that Wike has denigrated that office of FCT Minister to the barest minimum. We is not expected in the eyes of the public. You understand? Wike has not really comported himself well. as somebody who is an ambassador of Mr. President and the nation.
All right, thank you so much, Vincent. Gentle, I really appreciate the contribution. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mike. Good to be alive.
Viewers.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, the viewers. Good morning for all of you that have been supporting City Stand. God bless you all. You guys over there, God will bless you generally. And the likes of Tina, Madam Tina. God bless your generation to come. Thank you for life.
Yeah, yesterday, even today, before we started the program, we said the young naval officer was protecting a legal interest over a disputed land. I don't know why you said that. I think you are not in support of what went down on Tuesday there. Should retired service chiefs still retain influence over land matters after leaving office?
I think they don't, and what they don't have that.
They still retain influence.
They don't
over public land.
over
issues. No, the country after leaving office.
See, they don't have that right.
According to the young naval officer,
yes,
he was on order of a former retired
to protect the land. Yeah, I think you see,
naval officer.
I look at them as land grabbers. These retired officers you're saying, they put us to where we are today. Look at the oil wells in the Niger Delta. Who owns them? Who occupy all those oil wells? They are the retired generals, the likes of the Danjuma, the likes of some other general, IBB. So what are we now saying? They've turned that combat khaki they wear into their affairs, family affairs, that they can get things done and they will go scot-free on it. And they forgot that, and you can't blame them, because we have been engaging on the military rules for a while, and for them to adapt into democratic system of government, that's the problem that we're having with this military. And will I blame them? Likewise, I will say no. The military are not meant to be seen on the streets as it is. They are to protect the external territory of the country, to defend the external attack on the country. Why the police? Is the police job the military are doing now? And I don't know how we came to be where we are today. And to me, the military guy disrespected the Nigerian totally, because the president is the commander-in-chief of armed forces, and you can never have any command after the president's
It's not the president that visited the site now.
But it was a message that the president.
How sure are we that the president authorized Wike to
yes,
visit the construction site?
He sent that we see what's happened. When they discovered those multiple houses in Abuja, and
it was stable to the president, right?
Yes, it was stable to the president, and as it is since then, the president has shown interest in some of the land grabbers that have taken over Abuja lands, and they should profile them. They should get out their CFO, where they get their CFO, and it is a job that Mr. President assigned to Wike. So that general Yerima, he disobeyed the government of Nigeria, and in which the president has to take him on as it is.
It's the president you are supporting now. Remember that the same president, when he was a governor of Lagos State, he was accused of grabbing land in Lagos.
Grabbing which land?
Grabbing land in Lagos.
Grabbing what?
The allegations.
That's the allegation. That's the allegation.
By Mr. President.
That's the allegation.
You know that.
I can tell you, the president.
I
was not aware. I was not aware. No, you need to say, go and fact check this thing properly.
This allegation.
That's a political allegation. Yes, I'm telling you what. This is a president that turned, I wish you knew how Morocco was then. And it turned slum to city, modern city. And it takes only a knowledgeable person that believes in the rebuilding of the nation that can get that done. I'm saying this because I followed Tinubu right from onset for years back, and I monitored him, and I can tell you what, wholeheartedly, yes, I've been following him, I've been following his steps. You know, I said I serve under one of his parastatals there. That's the LSDPC. Yeah, LSDPC, Lagos State Property Development Commission. That's the biggest, property development space in Nigeria generally. So what happened was, is a builder of nation, is a builder of humanity, and I can tell you wholeheartedly, the president, if you disrespect my president, any general that disrespect my president need to be court-martial.
Is it the president that was there or Wike?
Wike. I'm telling you, Wike is a messenger of the president, and any message the president assigned to Wike, he has to get it done. And yes, in the concept of the president, we have to know that. We have to know that. And that's why they make him the minister of FCT, which is a very juicy and a very strong place to hold, space to hold.
Very juicy.
And the very, the other ones.
You all get your reaction.
Yeah, Mr. Mike. Good morning, our most esteemed viewers. I want to start by commending Yerima. He has displayed what I call emotional intelligence, professionalism, and decorum of the highest order. You understand? See, we all know about Sergeant Rogers. We knew if you want to go down to check the major reason why he was freed. He said he is a soldier, and as a soldier you are obligated to obey the last order. Whatever duties he carry, no matter how heinous, even if it is not in the interest of Nigeria, he was assigned to do it as a soldier, and he has no right to do the contrary. You understand? Yerima was assigned to carry out the assignment he was doing. What I expected from Wike, you came and met somebody discharging his legitimate duty, just like you were also going to carry out the legitimate duty. And this young man told you that I was assigned to do this job. I expected him to have gone back and follow protocol. It is about institutions. You can write to the institution, you can sue them to court, but you could see the manner of the level of impunity he displayed. You understand? A 24-year-old boy has proven to the world that he thinks more than you. He's more mature than you. What he has done was crossing the line. The Nigerian military is a symbol of Nigerian authority. He has insulted the whole of Nigeria day before yesterday. What he did, calling this young man a fool, was calling the entire Nigerians fool. And it is in a way,
you too.
Let me finish. It is in a way of demarketing Tinubu. Tinubu should be very careful about people like Wike. He has a time to rebuild his image. Now, he needs people that will help in the process of rebuilding his image, and then market him well to the Nigerian people. But what Wike displayed yesterday was bringing that thing in the minds of Nigerians that our leaders will never repent from what we have known them to do. You understand? And I think every soldier should start thinking like Yerima. If we have soldiers like Yerima, we will have a country that we will not be losing our territorial integrity. You have somebody who told you, I'm an officer, I have integrity. You call him a fool. He said, I'm not. He has a gun, no. He has soldiers under him with gun, which risk his life. What he did yesterday was the height of risk. You understand? What I expected him to have done as an appointee of the president, you came and somebody told you he should understand protocol now. He said, I was assigned. Okay, look at what even happened. I was expecting that after he called the chief defense, Nigerian chief defense, I was expecting that the CDS would tell the soldier to go and allow Wike to enter. At the end of the day, who left? Wike. Which means the soldier heard him and knew that this guy was carrying out his legitimate duty, just like you also came to carry out your legitimate duty. And the way and manner he handled it was how can you call a soldier a fool? A fool. You said it repeatedly. You are insulting Nigerians. You are making us look as if we don't know what we are doing in this country.
Don't you think Wike should apologize to the guy?
The guy and the general, his master, need to apologize to Nigeria. Because when you're talking of FCT, it's a strategic position. FCT ministers is a strategic position in which it's been assigned by the president and
Commander-in-Chief.
Yeah, and is the high of the president as of that crisis, as of that time, that crisis. You know, I was saying it, that those guys grooved. Those military guys, they
They
grooved.
should have respected.
Yes, they're not even wicked, respected the country, which is
the country.
But yeah, the president of the Nigerian, is the president of Nigeria, and is the commander and the chief of army staffs, right? That commander of chief of army staffs, army generally, has superseded who else? That's what's it called? That's general. What's it called? Engage Yerima. So we see the problem is they always say do me information to we citizen, Nigerian citizen, and I can't say because the docility of Nigerian citizens, majority of Nigerian citizens, is what they hear. They will not go and find check the root of issues. So I can say wholeheartedly, Wike is on track as it is because somebody sent him down to sanitize that place. Tinubu sent Wike to sanitize Abuja, which is the federal capital of Nigeria. So to me, that Yerima, and they need to be court-martial, or they need to be invited.
So you're in support of Asari Dokubo?
Yeah, I'm in support. Yes. It's only demonic Nigeria that we want the law to swing to their ways, that we don't believe in the law of the country again. When we have the sitting president, that is commander-in-chief of armed forces, and one colonel, or one, just coming on the Yerima, coming on the table, and that's just a big disgrace. It's a big disgrace for the nation, and that guy is a disgraceful element likewise.
So I'm not in support of land grabbing in any way, and we've seen the military done that many times. I have seen protests in Abuja many times where people will protest that they have taken over their land. But I want to still say one thing. Wike is an experienced politician. He has done politics from the grassroots. He has been governor 2 times. He was a minister. He under Jonathan, a junior minister, and then a minister now. He should have known it all. He should understand protocol. Understanding protocol. Yes, that is my point. I am not saying that they should keep the land. I will never support that. Whether it is done illegally or not. Yerima, what was he doing there? Was he carrying out his legitimate assignment? Was he assigned to go and do the job he was asked to do by his office? Yes. And this young man told you, I am here to do, I was on orders. He should not understand simple English. Somebody told you, I am, yes. So
he will have put a call to his master. He will have put a call to his master. This is what is going on here now. Sir, can you please oblige me and be on ground?
Information habit that these people
you guys will never know the right thing.
Military rules of engagement is not done that way.
There's no document. All these guys are occupying the land in Abuja. It's fake document they have. Yes, it's fake document. So why are you not telling the document? I've seen the document.
There is a legal way to get these things back from them. Why did he resort to the Aguero way?
Look at what we went here.
Look at what he did. Calling somebody who is carrying out. That is it now.
If you have people like Wike, like of Wike in your family, you can be proud of it. You are calling him out.
I will never be proud of what he did. I will never be proud of that.
No. Before Wike went there, there have been reports that before Wike went there,
that's what you understand. Now we're in Nigeria now. When we tell them, we are not so they just who will the average Nigeria is very
and so he make them know that they shine now. Don't come celebrity.
Thank you so much, George. Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Laughing. You know, we are in the atmosphere of laughing because there must be something that will make you laugh. Yesterday to today, all Nigeria, almost in the whole world, we were laughing somewhere.
That's what we get to do.
That's what we did. And at the end of the day, that young man become a hero.
Became a hero overnight.
Is where they couldn't walk.
We couldn't walk. There was a time that we would walk. We would never walk every time. That's why I said, we have vision, we have vision, we don't need more. Or jump on with my friend, mother. Good morning to everybody. We are happy to be here. We are happy. This city is down. God will bless you, bless everybody. And to my friend yesterday, to Riola, something like that. Tanimola, God will bless you. You were with me yesterday. I was even surprised when he said, Oluwa one. God will identify you anywhere you are. God will identify you. God bless you. Thank you for yesterday. Because many people were benefitable because God is alive. He's alive forevermore. So what Wike did yesterday was not particular language of Nigeria. See, don't let Nigeria in outside the whole world take us for granted. It's a ridiculous statement. Are you a fool? Sir, no fool. He's a comedian. They will act it now. Our whole video. They don't add the thing. I see my phone.
Have you seen skits? Online.
I see one call right here. Are you a fool?
Nas Boy and what's his name?
Yeah, and Kitabiola.
Imagine, see, many people will not benefited because there is a scenario. Every day is not Christmas. When they say the truth will set you free, let to accommodate who you are, your office, respect your office. See, somebody was saying that the president, respect the president, but see, FCT is a capital of Nigeria. You that represent there is like after the president you are. So, environment, you talk in a conservative manner. People will appreciate you. People will say, yeah, this is Nigeria FCT. When we say you are talking like, just like what my dad just said, why are you threatening us? You see that small boy, a very gentle officer. He's a kid. You see, a kid and him who's supposed to be highly appreciable. Don't you see? He buy him, he drop Wike down, and Wike days are number. See, right from day one in Port Harcourt, it's not meaningful anymore. It's not popular anymore. So you have to bring your popularity outside and clean yourself. But now black yourself again. See what Nigeria is saying now. Everywhere we came out again. In the wrong side again. How long are we going to be in the wrong side forevermore? The government is withdrawing the capacity of the government every day. Going down, small boy now appreciated all over the world because you fail the test. Let us accommodate the test and write it rightfully.
Be fair in government criticism. That's what Noble told editors yesterday.
Yesterday, he said be fair.
Yeah, be fair.
Is it fair to Nigeria populace? The statement came. Before you spoke, did you weigh that statement? Are you be fair? It's not fair. That's why you must have the blame. The blame must be upon him. Many blame because he is the #1 citizen of Federal Republic of Nigeria. Anything bad, good, ugly, you have to accommodate it and appreciate it and let this be in a good way that people will appreciate. Not the people will be criticizing you. 85% of Nigeria don't want to hear it. Don't want to see this. Why? Because it brought back the devilish part of life to their well-being. To their well-being. Can you imagine? Everything. Ha 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 ha. Collect. Say, where about us? See, they don't really care about us. That's late Marco Jack. They don't care. Now you are saying we should not blame you. We will continue to blame you because you are to be blamed. We criticize your government. Your government, according to my own understanding, is nothing to write home about. We are Nigeria. We spoke what is really happening in the atmosphere of where we live. Nothing is working now. Nothing is working. Let us be frank. If something is working, everybody will be at least have smile. Now, no more smile. Yesterday, you said suffering and smiling, but today, now, that smiling has been removed.
Benjack, be fair to the president, please.
Good morning.
Constructively.
Good morning, Michael Dekule, and good morning, our reverse, wherever that I remain blessed. What I want to say about it is, all these people, they are beg the same feather. Both ex-Naval officer, Lincoln, all of them in the government, that's what they are best. This is one thing. All the money that are bringing, where are the people that are collecting the money? It's them. Nothing for the masses. I call them the vampire in government. The vampire in government. Where there is not know either the citizens are eating or not eating. Where they base for themselves and they be sucking the blood of the citizen to acquire the land.
the time is coming off. What they're doing the bar with Mr. President, all of them are the same feather. Look at what they're doing in the nation, how they're discussing themselves in the nation, all over the world. Tomorrow now, another one will come out, another drama will come out. The acting moving. Instead for them to do the real something, to make sure the citizens live comfortable life, to make sure that the citizens are not hungry, to make sure what the citizens need, they provide it for them. Go to hospital, general hospital, they have to pay money before they take care of you. What benefit are we getting in this nation? Both the military, both the ex-military, they are the ones that are buying the money. Look at 1.15 trillion they want to borrow. Now, both ex-military, both naval officer, both the sitting senate and the ministers, all of them, they will share the money. Which country are we? Which country? Shameless. Now, they are afraid of Trump. They are coming. Let them do the useful something. Now, they have already said that we have already captured some tourists. Now, they have already used Wike and the naval officer have already to make us to forget about what is going on. This is another grammar. But now we forget this one, they bring another one out. That is Nigeria for you. Nigeria government are not telling the citizens the truth. They don't know how many members they have, being the population of Nigeria. They want to know what there is for them to embezzle money. Ex-naval officer, do you know how much base? They are the one that put us this problem in this nation, Nigeria. All of them, they are the same feathers. They are not doing what they're supposed to do. And one day God will force them out one by one.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Yeah, good morning. So our viewers all over the world, I want to say big thank you for staying with us all through the year, over the years. We appreciate it.
It seems this is a fight between ex-generals and the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike. You saw the way Brutai talked, when this issue happened. Even the defense minister, when you look at his body language very well, I think he's supporting Jerima, the Naval star that confronted Wike. What do you have to say on this issue?
It tells you how unfortunate that this northern military Fulani can rally around illegality, and they just make sure that they show themselves because they feel that nobody can threaten them. It gives you an insight how Nigerians are being murdered every day, Christians are being killed on a daily basis, and they pretend as if they don't know what is happening. So what it means is that, they can sit down and say, nothing is going to happen. This killing must go on and nothing will happen. That is exactly what we saw that transpired there in Asari. What you saw there is total illegality. There's no justification for that. Mike, I stand my words and I repeated what I'm saying yesterday. I'm not a Wike's fan. I am not a Tinubu's fan. I am talking about civil authority here. To hell with that Yerima. To hell with him. And those who are sending him in that place. What is he doing in the construction fight? Have you not found out that very particular structure is a complete scam? Well, because they are military men from the north, nobody can stand against them. They planted a very small brother, issued an instruction to him and give him the mind that nothing is happening. And Nigerians are celebrating wickedness. I stand on my ground.
And Nigerians celebrating wickedness or the approach.
There's nothing. There's nothing like. Please. There's nothing like approach here. You don't use emotions on constitutional rules and regulations.
Are you justifying the approach of
which justification? What approach did Wike use?
What is the man standing there? What is he standing there in the construction site?
Why did you call a military?
Oga, let me tell you. First of all, understand that you are standing in that place, but you are standing at that place shows that you are operating illegality. You do not have right to stand on a construction site. What are you doing there? This is how they treat Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. This is how they call Islamic military personnel behave. These are the people who are behind what is happening in Nigeria and Mazin Namdekano. These are the people who started Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They are not released Mazin Namdekano. And that's what is playing out. Nigerians are unfortunate set of people in reasoning and in logic. What are you celebrating? Mediocrity. Encourage it. Oh, you want to tell me that if Bola Ahmed Tinubu decide to mobilize forces in that spot, he will not run away? Nigeria will break. If they feel otherwise, there's no military code, rule or regulation that allows a military personnel to go against constituted civil authority. It's nowhere in the world.
So Wike is a constituted authority himself.
Mike, I don't know why you are asking me whether Wike is a constituted authority. Who is he? Is he acting on his own? Is the local of the Federal Republic of President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Is a civil assignment, engagement. And the land in question.
Some people say the guy was representing Nigeria there. That was yesterday. The naval officer. He was wearing the military uniform. And Wike should have respected him.
Yeah, there is one thing: knowledge is power. When you seek knowledge, you go far. I want to know there are different type of law. We have your country constitution. And for every organization, either military, EFCC, even academic boards, and so, they have their own constitution. Which, after there is an establishment of every organization, they have their ethics, they have their rules and law. After everything has been compiled, it will what pushed to the what's it called, to the federal. For them to have these are the review. The question we are put in line is how can we do this? Can we do that? That is why what you can do in Babcock University, for instance, you might not be able to do it in Unilag or LASU or some other government university. They'll be like, why would I be able to use system and phone? It's not specific like it is their school law. Constitutionally in Nigeria, to that what once you are 18 or even before you can have access to mobile phones, you have your freedom of speech, you have this thing. But that is Nigeria. But inside this compound, as far as you are a student of this organization or a staff or member of this organization, association, you are governed and bound by our rule. You understand? So as a retired officer or a police, even though either serving or not, you are entitled to a certain numbers of security. Just the way we have our past presidents, our governors, until they still have certain personnel that guide them in constitutionality.
All right, let me go to the comment section. Oyeze, you have spoken well. This is King Henry on this. A fact is a fact. Oyeze.
I don't celebrate mediocrity. I don't celebrate have bad knowledge. I don't interpret myself for nonsense sake. I tell you, I'm not a supporter of Wike. I don't know him, and I will not know him until we go to ICC and first massacre in Obibo, including Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who has embarked on illegality against Mazin Namdekano, trying to use a Fulani Omotosho to tell him. Mike, that is my own take on that. As far as I am concerned on this issue, you understand? The man, Yerima in question, Nigerians are celebrating mediocrity, complete mediocrity. He has no right whatsoever to obstruct the commander-in-chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces.
To obstruct Wike.
And in whatever disguise, in honest truth, the man they call it Sambo, now Gambo and the rest of retired and whatever, all of them, Is he trying to tell me that, there was no correspondence about that particular land? There was a correspondence. But the Fulani Lords, military, whatever they think they are in charge of the military. Then you started the boat to go and mount Centre there. Are you mounting Centre on the name that what you are doing there, mounting Centre is legal? And you're saying that you're under is it the president that ordered you to stay there? But man, this is absolutely rubbish. Nigerians are half-baked. Everything about Nigeria is fake. We have a face, not the face. Nobody can come out and tell you that what this is wrong and it's totally wrong. The same way when I'm seeing it clearly that apart from Nigerians have this deep reservation for Wike and the rest of them. Yes, I do have against Wike too and Bola Tinubu. But on this matter, that guy is subjected to civil authority, and we should be court-martialed for going against the commander-in-chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And that is my take on that. And since yesterday, that's where I stand.
Mr. Man, I want to let us know that, whenever we are addressing or issues, we try to balance and look at it left and right. And one thing I want to know that I'm sure of, but you cannot understand my theorem than me, irrespective of whatsoever. You have no play on the naval officer, because before that very incident, there have been a report that Wike have sent his men several times to disrupt them there, and that is against the constitutional rule. If you have an intervention concerning a property, then you go to court, then you sort this out. That is if they have acquired the land or the property illegally. But these people are still saying that they acquired this land legally. So if I venture, I bought the land, they bought it from another organization or another person, then you have to seek them and give it time. But you have been sending your men to disturb them, to bully them. That was when, according to the report, yes, that was it was a comment that yesterday. I was sent someone there before to disturb them from working in the site, to stop them. Yes, several times, and they are showing that these are the documents. Now, if you have any issue against this document, and there have been some report that their land, Wike has documentation, they allocated it for his men, for his political friends.
Not that same land, though.
The same property now. You understand? Since when and before he came in as a minister, these people have acquired this and there have been reports concerning that. So now, because he has been sending people to disrupt them from working, that was why he never stopped and said, what is going on? We have unnecessary document for this. You go and every company is on money led. They never knew that as they said, some people say considered authority. They consider authority that is behaving like a tout, like a lout. So if you have any information concerning that property, what should be as a sane person, as a minister, are you supposed to go to the site when you know you have to be fighting them? What is the measures? Who are those there? Send your men. Who is there? Okay, who is in all of this property? Then put a court through as a sensible person. So this land is an issue. Then it's not yes, no. You meet in court, and then everything will be constitutionally right. Then with court, with your evidence and proof of payment and whatsoever, then you are going to sort everything amicably. But we have shown about abuse of power, and some people consider nuisance in Nigeria, politicians, and you want change. But you as a minister, you are the one disrupting, the change that we should be having. Now some person becomes is working on that. It is nobody has to be grabbing land up and down. When you have been appointed to manage appointed in an office, you have to use your discretion. It's believed that you have the common sense and you understand the office. You have to use your discretion to work for the development of Nigeria. You are not a military president. You work based on order. As a policeman, you use your discretion in handling some cases. But over the years, there have been lamentation, even by Nigerian diaspora that have come to Nigeria, acquired land, even while Wike is a minister, legally from the ministry in which they should acquire land, getting of CFO. And Wike has come to demolish the construction, even with proof. Why did it go scot-free? Because those people have nobody, they are not powerful.
They don't have nobody in government. They don't have nobody to fight for them. Even lately this year, you can see that woman that are over billions of investment in Abuja. Before you could acquire a land worth billions, are you telling me you acquired illegally in this 21st century? Who does that? We have constituted enough nuisance in Nigerian space for so long. And when you say you target, you think about that silly time. It doesn't have important things that to govern Nigeria that to be saying here is the one that say we can go to that place and get the land. And whenever we are discussing issue, when we are trying to being a Fulani person because they are the one, did they ask you not to join the military? I love competition. So if you feel that the Hausa Fulani are dominating Nigerian military space, who stop you from joining the military? And I feel that you have been joining for years, have been a part of not really picking people from the southeast here or south here. Then let us look into that also.
All right, let us look into what Kingari said here again. I'm still coming back to your Suma, and there's a Chima. I'll read your message. I'm coming. All right, Kingari says Yarima's boss is acting contrary to Tinubu's instructions, as represented by Wike. Wike acted like a dog, but it didn't stop the fact that his authority is higher than the said Oga of Yarima.
Mike, I don't know who responded to that. Kingeri, God bless you. These are men of optimism. People are they exposed and that. Mike, let me tell you, the Santos Estate Limited. Okay, listen. The Santos Estate Limited that was allocated that land to. What was the original plan of that land? That land was for park. Mike, that land was not meant for residential dwelling buildings. It's not meant for that. It was meant for park. Whatever kind of park they want to build there, that was what the land was meant for. And after the whole thing was suspended, Santos Estate Limited went behind and started selling the same land. Mike, listen, under the promise that okay, seller now will be military right there and nothing will happen. Anything we go take care of the carrier. Are you listening to me? You don't obstruct me. That was what happened. Then on that process, that was how the Sambo and the rest of them who acquired that place came about. Yes, so that property in question, Wike did not take bulldozer there. I didn't see bulldozer going with Wike for demolition. There was an obstruction to a constitutional authority. If I'm Bola Ahmed Tinubu, by now I should have arrested both that guy and the Sambo for court martial, whichever way, because they are threatening my orders. A retired military personnel. I use somebody to mount on the construction site. Army mount on the construction site. Is there anywhere in the law that army should mount? Where is it written? If it is not illegality.
The Mills says a soldier that doesn't understand his military rights will always be humiliated.
God bless you.
Mama Yaga says police is carrying food for aunties and go and there. Nobody's crying about that one.
Yes, I think to an extent, I listened to the IG this morning or yesterday night or thereabout, where he was making some certain funny statements. You know, for me, if I were Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I would sack Wike completely. Not because of what happened, but because Wike image has been battered. But on that, what transpired there, Wike is 200% correct. That's my take.
All right, we'll move on to other viewers here. A Navy captain turned Wike back in 5 times. He can never do nothing. This is from GOA. All right, we'll move on to Odeze Chima. Let's get the message. Oyeze, you are making points because of your hatred for Fulanis. Sometimes reason before talking wrong. This is Udeze Chima on this.
Okay. Let me respond to Udeze Chima. To be honest with you, the Fulani or no Fulani, between that guy that is standing at that construction site and Wike, who is on top?
All right, Mustafa Odeshina says Wike is absolutely right. Why should some parts of the country feel that they deserve better than the others? Yoye says Tinubu needs Wike to win election. This is not the first time Tinubu is running from military.
Oh, Mike, nobody. I don't think anybody. I don't want us to go with that. That some certain body or person feels that they owns the country. That is not the bone of contention here, and that is not what is happening here. You understand? We have 8 up people from our side in the military also, and as I will say again, nobody will stop anyone not to be at the top or to dominate the military. You understand? It's not a common sense theory, because military is an order. Either you are this or that. It's an order. Go to so place. If you are in military and you are the same man, they give you that same order. You are that guy, that Yerima. You are going to do the same thing. You have nothing else. You cannot object that. Because you are still on an assignment. So it's not a common sense theory for Wike. I did not say Wike did not have any right as a minister of the state of FCT to actually make some a recommendation on
what talking about the approach.
Yes, it is wrong. We expect the young boy, not even up to 30 years, to do that. But it is Wike. It has shown that how what I see in Wike's face was pain that day, humiliation that over the years of my life, no one has ever stood up to me to talk against, to talk me down or to like object whatever I say. But Wike over the years have been acts of intimidation and and abuse from all his way. Even when he's having a press conference or media check, he has no manner of approach that he is above anyone from his character he has been portraying. But seeing a small boy, he's not even a small boy, let us say in type of age, carrying a power position, following instruction and not being intimidated. He was the one intimidating the boy, trying to, but the boy refused that because of the train and how educated and exposed that he is. That no, this thing will not happen here. And Wike was, he was so sad. And there's no how he could do it. Eventually, he has the person like that very day.
All right, thank you so much. We won't talk about this issue for now. Let's quickly move down to what the president told editors yesterday. Please be fair to my government, criticize constructively. This goes to you also.
Yes, Mike. I think he's talking to editors. You understand? He's not talking to public affairs analysts. He's talking to editors. This we are one of the problems we are having today. I can see what CNN is currently facing on between CNN and Donald Trump now. For a particular story that was doctored by CNN, and they came out and started apologizing. See, they should not put the media under the influence of, be fair when they are not fair themselves in terms of governance. So the editors there, I do not trust Nigerian media for one day. I've never trust conventional media. But what
is he trying to buy them?
Of course, that's what he said. That's what it means. That's what it means. Because at the end of the day, a lot of money would have gone round. Yes. I remember when Jonathan hosted publishers of celebrity magazines in Nigeria. When they all went there in Abuja. At the end of the day, when they were coming back, I know the story that followed. for him to be part of that conference yesterday, it means that a lot of things have gone around, and aggrieved reservations must have been appeased and greased properly, so that they will not be reporting the other side. They will be reporting the other side. But here we are, Mike. We are not reporting for any interest. We are reporting for national peace and stability.
But he made it clear, he said be truthful in government criticism.
It's
not telling us not to criticize.
No, because the fear of trying to ban social media. You understand? Because I know where he's heading to. He was that idea was actually mooted, but they are still considering the reaction from Nigerian citizens if it actually happens. So what is the fruitfulness there? What is the fairness there? When themselves are not fair, they are not fair. But I leave it to the Nigerian editors to themselves and their consciousness and their conscience to decide, whether they will always bury the other side of the story, and allow mediocrity to continue to fly and celebrate failure at the end of the day, if that's actually what they want.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate your contribution. You want to say something?
There's nothing like body, to understand the power of the media. You understand? He has known how he has been useful, like being a beneficiary of the media. So that ideology of this is high time Oyeze has left to stop even sentiments. Whenever we are talking about national issue here. Then always wanting it and bending it towards Biafra, Igbo marginalization. It does not make sense. If you want to be fair, let's address the main issue here. Wike is wrong. The guy is wrong. Is acting on order. So there is nothing. No, there's no case. Sorry, no case for him. So let Wike endeavor and every other ministers and public holders should understand what. Let them follow the rule of law. Don't always overuse your power. So that's just it.
All right, thank you so much, Sima. I really appreciate you, and to all the viewers in the comment section engaging us on the platform. I say a big thank you to you, to Mr. Ike, Dr. Ike in Caribbean Island. I say a big thank you for always joining us on the program. To Ola Givenchy, USA, United States of America. Thank you so much for watching us every day. To Olayinka Cole, our esteemed viewer on the platform. Thank you so much for always joining us. To there's a Chimas of Abiodun, the Palace King, Henry, Sky Eagle, Baker Mills. Thank you. It's been a while. Thank you so much for joining us. To Andrew Gunjimi, Quick Penny. Thank you to Kate Perry, to the Okafor, GOA, Pride, and many viewers staying glued to the channel. We say a big thank you to you. We'll be back here tomorrow with more interesting stories. Goodbye.